In July 2023, North Korea paraded new drones that are visual clones of the US RQ-4 Global Hawk and MQ-9 Reaper. Established in 1948 with Soviet Yak-9s, the Korean People's Army Air Force now maintains a bizarre inventory. Black-painted biplanes for covert ops, 80 smuggled helicopters from a West German shell company, and the New Zealand skydiving plane. This is the complete history of the KPAAF fleet. Morning Star 4. Operated by the KPAAF since the 2023 parade rollout, a visual one-for-one clone of the US RQ-4 Global Hawk built for high-altitude reconnaissance. Whether it actually flies the mission profile of a Global Hawk is the question that's been cooking analysts at every Western intelligence agency for 2 years straight. Morning Star 9. The companion clone unveiled the same day, mirroring the MQ-9 Reaper down to the engine intake and weapons pylons. Paraded with what appear to be functional munitions, making it the first armed UCAV ever publicly displayed by Pyongyang. MQM-107 Streaker. Vintage American target drones originally built for US Army gunnery training that somehow ended up in North Korean hands after circulating through Middle Eastern arms networks. The KPAAF reverse-engineered them into the Bangun series strike drones. No cap, that's a US-built airframe now flying with Pyongyang's livery. Tupolev T-143 Rays. The Soviet-era jet-powered reconnaissance drone operated by KPAAF special intelligence units since the 1980s. One of these drones reportedly crashed in South Korea in 2014 with imagery of the Blue House presidential compound on its memory card. And the next section is where the Pyongyang Air Force trades smuggled drones for the only fourth-gen fighter they've ever flown. MiG-29 Fulcrum, the undisputed apex of the KPAAF fleet, operated by the 57th Air Regiment at Suncheon Air Base and assembled domestically from Soviet kits in the early 1990s. Roughly 35 airframes, the only fourth-generation fighter Pyongyang has ever fielded. MiG-23 Flogger. Swing-wing interceptors operated by frontline air defense regiments since 1985, with around 56 still on the books. The fastest aircraft North Korea has, and the only platform in inventory that can credibly threaten high-altitude reconnaissance flights. MiG-21 family, including roughly 150 airframes plus Chinese-built Chengdu J-7s, this family forms the actual numerical backbone of the KPAAF. Spread across multiple regiments, these jets have flown defection sorties south more times than any other type in the fleet. MiG-19 family, operated alongside the Chinese Shenyang J-6 with around 100 airframes still flyable from regional bases. These are 1950s designed supersonic fighters being kept airborne in 2026. Built Different is doing a lot of work here. MiG-17 family. The Shenyang J-5 variant from China makes up the bulk of this fleet, used for advanced training and secondary air defense. A jet that first flew in 1950 is still drawing pilot hours in Pyongyang. MiG-15 family, the legendary Korean warjet still maintained in flyable condition for training and ceremonial duties. The aircraft that originally fought UN forces in this exact airspace 75 years ago, and the KPAAF refuses to retire it. The next section is where the Pyongyang fleet stops dogfighting and starts hunting armor on the ground. Sukhoi 25 Frogfoot, the dedicated tank killer of the KPAAF, with around 35 airframes operating from hardened mountain bunkers near the DMZ, the only aircraft in the fleet specifically built to absorb ground fire and keep flying. Sukhoi Su-7 Fitter, Soviet-era ground attack jets retained in reserve roles since the 1970s, well past their export expiry date worldwide. North Korea may be the last operator on Earth still keeping fitters flyable. Nanchang Q-5 Fantan, Chinese-built attack aircraft derived from the MiG-19, fielded by KPAAF strike regiments for low-altitude bombing runs. Nuclear delivery capable in Chinese service, and Pyongyang has never confirmed whether they removed that capability. Ilyushin Il-10 Beast, the piston-engine ground attacker from the Korean War, reportedly retained in storage condition into the 1990s, a World War II vintage attack plane held in the inventory for 50-plus years past relevance. Actually insane. The next two aircraft are 80-year-old jet bombers still flying active operational sorties in 2026. Ilyushin Il-28 Beagle, the 1948 designed Soviet jet bomber operated by dedicated KPAAF bomber regiments with around 80 airframes still listed. North Korea is the last country on Earth still flying the Beagle in active service. Every other operator retired it by the 1990s. Harbin H-5, the Chinese license-built IL-28 variant, supplementing the Soviet originals across the same bomber units. Same airframe, same 1948 design, different factory of origin, and they're both still tasked with strike missions. Yakovlev Yak-9, the original KPAAF fighter, operated from day one of the force's 1948 founding, the aircraft that flew the very first North Korean air sorties when the war kicked off, and reportedly the type that strafed Kimpo Airfield on June 25, 1950. Lavochkin LA-9, Soviet long-range piston fighters delivered to Pyongyang in the late 1940s for interceptor duty. Outclassed by Allied jets within months, but they were the most modern thing Pyongyang had in 1950. Lavochkin LA-7, the World War II Soviet fighter that pulled secondary duty with the early KPAAF, primarily in training, a 1944 design aircraft that ended up in North Korean cockpits in 1948. The next section displays some strange aircraft for propaganda, insertion, and covert operations. Antonov AN-2, the wooden fabric biplanes operated by KPAAF Special Operations Regiments with roughly 300 airframes, the largest AN-2 force in the world. Painted matte black, flown low and slow, and certified for slipping under South Korean radar to insert commandos. PAC P-750 XSTOL, a civilian skydiving plane manufactured in New Zealand, smuggled to North Korea in 2015 through a chain of front companies. The KPAAF now reportedly uses it for paratroop training. Built Different is doing a lot of work here. Polikarpov PO-2, the infamous bed-check Chally of the Korean War, biplane night harassers operated by the early KPAAF with such effectiveness that the US Navy lost an F-9F Panther to one of them, the only confirmed kill of a jet fighter by a wood and canvas biplane in history. The next section opens with 80 helicopters that were never supposed to be in North Korea in the first place. Hughes MD-500, roughly 80 American civilian helicopters secretly purchased through a fake West German shell company called Delta Avia in the early 1980s. The KPAAF allegedly paints them in South Korean livery for cross-border infiltration drills. And yes, those are American airframes flying under the Pyongyang star. MIL Mi-24/Mi-35, Soviet attack helicopters operated by KPAAF assault aviation units, the only dedicated gunships in the fleet. The hind that defined Soviet air mobile doctrine, and Pyongyang has somewhere around 20 of them. MIL Mi-26, the largest production helicopter on Earth, operated in small numbers for heavy lift roles. Built different, it can swallow a tank and fly it across a peninsula. MIL Mi-8/Mi-17, the workhorse medium-lift helicopter of the KPAAF, used for everything from VIP transport to Special Forces insertion, the most produced helicopter in human history, and Pyongyang's go-to for moving people across the country. MIL Mi-14, Soviet-built anti-submarine helicopters operated by KPAAF Naval Aviation, hunting South Korean and Japanese submarines across the Sea of Japan, the only dedicated ASW Oder platform North Korea has ever fielded. MIL Mi-4, the 1950s designed Soviet medium helicopters still reportedly maintained in reserve roles, a piston-engine rotorcraft from the Eisenhower era still on the books. MIL Mi-2, light utility helicopters used for liaison, observation, and basic training. Polish-built, Soviet-designed, and forming the bottom rung of the KPAAF rotor fleet. The next section is the pipeline that takes a teenager and turns him into a fulcrum. Aero L-39 Albatross, the Czechoslovakian-built jet trainer operated by KPAAF Flight School since the 1980s, the bridge between propeller trainers and frontline jets, the single most important pilot factory in the entire fleet. Nanchang CJ-6, Chinese-built basic propeller trainers used for primary flight instruction across KPAAF academies, where every Pyongyang pilot logs his first hours. Yakovlev 18, Soviet primary trainers still operated alongside the Chinese CJ-6, dating back to the original 1948 force founding. Some of these airframes are reportedly older than the Korean War itself. Yakovlev 11. Advanced piston trainers retained in limited service, bridging primary flight to combat type conversion. A 1946 design aircraft still drawing pilot hours in 2026. Ilyushin IL-76 Candid. The heavy strategic airlifter operated by KPAAF transport regiments with a small number of airframes in the fleet. The only true heavy-lift jet North Korea has ever fielded. Ilyushin IL-62M. The long-range four-engine jetliner used as Kim Jong-un's personal aircraft for international trips. The flying command post of the Pyongyang leadership.
Ilyushin IL-18. Four-engine turboprop airliners operated for VIP transport and medium-haul military airlift. A 1957 design aircraft still flying state missions in 2026. Ilyushin IL-14. Twin-piston transports retained for short-haul logistics and parachute training, old enough to have served in the original Korean War-era transport fleet. Antonov AN-24. Soviet twin-turboprop airliners used for domestic transport and regional flights, the backbone of internal KPAAF passenger movement. Antonov AN-148. Modern Ukrainian-built regional jets acquired in the 2010s before geopolitics shut that pipeline down, among the newest transport airframes in the entire fleet. Tupolev Tu-134. The twin-engine Soviet jetliner operated for VIP and military passenger missions, a classic Cold War-era airframe pulling government duty. Tupolev Tu-154, the three-engine Soviet narrow-body, used historically for state VIP flights, loud, fast, and absolutely cooked on fuel burn, but it gets there. Tupolev Tu-204, the most modern Russian jetliner ever delivered to Pyongyang, operated as Kim Jong-un's secondary executive aircraft, the newest non-Klung airframe on this entire list. Lysanov Li-2, the Soviet license-built version of the DC-3, retained in the KPAAF fleet from the 1948 founding, a 1939 design transport that may still be on the inventory, closing this catalog the same way it opened, with an aircraft that should not exist anymore. That spans every aircraft flown by the Korean People's Army Air Force across 77 years, from the Yak-9s of 1950 to the 2023 cloned Reaper drones. This unique fleet integrates Soviet surplus, Chinese license builds, smuggled American helicopters, a New Zealand skydiving plane, and reverse-engineered US target drones. The catalog is closed.